Hey guys, how's everyone doing today? The topic for today is all about parents out there, how to survive COVID-19. My name is Juan. I'm a licensed counselor, and I love helping people. I love helping people move forward in life, overcome challenges. I love helping people to be the reminder, to let them know, like a knock on the door, that it's okay if you fall down. You've got the strength to get back up. And let's do that today. Let's look at, COVID-19. I think, as we start this conversation, we need to kind of say, this is new, right? This is a new pandemic. I've never been through something like this. Maybe you haven't been through anything like this before. And whenever we go through new things, the big word comes up, the big C, change. Change tends to be all good, really good, okay, whenever we are decision makers in change. Like if you made a decision in your life and said, you know what, I'm going to get a new car and I want the new car, or I'm going to get a lake house, or I'm going to get a raise at my job, and you are the one that chooses, you select that decision, you tend to feel better with change. But when change is this curveball and it hits you upside the head, or change is someone grabbing the rug underneath your feet and jerking it out and you fall flat on your butt, we do not like that. So that's what's happening with COVID-19. We are walking around as parents. And I'll be honest with you. I'm a dad. I have a 6-year-old and a 4-year-old, and as a parent, I feel that I'm their executive assistant. If you watch The Office, I am the assistant to the assistant region manager. My daughter is like, "Oh, Daddy, I have a Zoom call coming up," or I need to Facebook message my friends, and it cracks me up. But it means that things are different. And that's why I wanted to do this video. I wanted to step up here as a clinician, as a helper, a healer, an advocate, if you will, to give you, parents out there, some support on how to navigate these waters, the waters of COVID-19, when it comes to parenting and making sure you're okay. So the first topic I want to talk about, or the first variable, is self-care. When it comes to self-care, we need it. We need that refresh. We need the big reset button. If you ever watch Parks and Rec, there's Tom, and Tom on there is all about treat yourself. So from one parent to another, from a clinician to anyone out there listening, lending me time and space to be with you in this moment, I want to encourage you to create some sort of routine in your life where you have little check boxes on there that says, 9 to 10 in the morning, that's self-care time for you, or 8 to 9 p.m., that's self-care time for you, whether it's a glass of wine or some healthy H2O, carbonated water, whatever it may be, self-care for you. Don't skip out on that, because what takes place is, we are basically like a character in in a video game. I like to throw out these analogies. I love them. So right, with this character in a video game, and you've got this energy meter above your head. If you do not practice self-care, you're going to go from green, which is great green, that you're strong, all the way to red. And then whenever we are low on self-care, we are irritable, frustrated, on edge, easily annoyed. So we don't want to be any of those things. As parents, we got to have our things together, if you will. The other area I want to look at is being able to communicate with your kids on COVID, letting them know what that means. Sometimes kids run with ideas. A child may look at COVID, and then to them, COVID equals sick, which equals dead, or equals death, or equals that someone may be dying. So it's important for us as parents to work with them and say, what do you know about COVID? What have you heard about it? And then be able to educate them as far as why we wear masks, or why people are keeping a 6-foot or 10-foot distance from each other, why we're not able to go into stores or to vacations that we had planned, or to the park. All of these changes, instead of just walking past places and your child has all of these thoughts of, why can't we go to the science center? Why can't we go to the museum? Instead of just saying we can't, letting them know why, educating them, that tends to calm anxiety and calm worry. Because worry and anxiety, all they want to know is something at the end. They want to figure out, why. That ends the thought, ends the worry. But without that, the mind's going to do what it's supposed to do. The mind is going to wander and wander and wander. So as a parent, we could really be a great advocate for our kids by communicating with them on a very healthy level, of course. The other strategy I want you to look at as a parent is all about boundaries. Being able to set boundaries. Boundaries come into the form, let's say you're a working parent and you're still working at home, and then your child is there, of course, working too because they're doing their schoolwork. You're able to say, son, daughter, child, here's when I can, CAN, be interrupted, This is when I cannot be interrupted. And then give them examples. You could even have a calendar outside your door that says green. That means you can come in, and your door is like your workspace at home, let's say, right? So it's almost like your door that you would have at your office, but now you've got a home office. So on the door, if it's green, kids know, barge in there, do whatever they want to do, throw silly faces at you, whatever it may be. But if it's red, do not come in. Now, this is very helpful. I found it helpful in working with patients to be able to have this kind of structure in the home. Otherwise, kids are going to be kids, and they're going to say, Mom and Dad, I love you, and I want to be in there 24/7. Now, the other strategy I want to throw at you is to remember kids are kids, and you are a parent. Like I am a parent. So if I'm working, just like I'm working now, and my son runs up in here, let's say with a Batman outfit and his, cape coming through, and he's just looking awesome. And in my mind, I'm like, SHIT, no, I am doing something, professional, etc. I don't want to blow up at him because I don't want that interaction with him. I want to just acknowledge something, acknowledge that right now, right, during COVID-19, all of us as a community, as a whole, we're together. And just like me, I'm at home working with my kids and my family, we're all here. I acknowledge that you're probably going through the same thing, that your kids are probably at times yelling too loud in the house, the dog's barking too loud, your Zoom meeting is getting interrupted. So we have a choice. We have a choice to yell and get upset and lash out, or we have a choice to show compassion and then to have a healthy conversation that's constructive so that the next interaction doesn't lead to Batman running through my door. And then the last strategy I want to share with you before we wrap up this beautiful conversation that we're having is to look at a relationship between what your work schedule or your routine was like as a parent prior to COVID-19 versus what it's like now. And then what I'm sharing here with you is you're looking at what did you do prior to COVID-19? Did you wake up early to go to the gym, take a shower at the gym? Did you go to work and then stop at Panera for lunch? Or go to Panera for lunch and then go back to work, right? Overall, what was your routine? So then you want to bring that back home because you're still working, and then you want to look at what about that routine made you happy? What about that routine supported your emotional stability, your wellness, your well-being? And then you try to implement that to some degree at home. Of course, you're not going to be able to drive everywhere, which I get, that stinks, but you can look at what alternatives can I put in there. So if it's that you were getting lunch at a certain place, maybe now you can order. If it's that you were going to the gym and then having socializations with your friends there, well, maybe now you have your gym time, but you hit your friends up and then you're like, hey guys, can we do a Zoom call where we're all at 5 a.m. in our garages doing our workouts, and then we're seeing each other through video. Again, it's not exactly what we want, but we're looking at healthy alternatives so that we as parents can continue to have stability, so our kids can be happy, so that they can be checking off the boxes they need to check off, and so that you are okay, right? So you are that character in the video game on green. So I hope that this is helpful. Again, my name is Juan. I am a counselor. I love helping people. Thank you for being here. Thank you for watching this video. Watch the others, see if they're helpful to you, and have a beautiful day.